Okay, fans, sorry about this little change as we're trying to get this live stream a little bit frozen. It's now the bottom of the third inning. Hopefully this will work. Zephyr Sasquatch. Pitch home from Moeller, and that's a fly ball over the broadcast booth. As I do see that we are live once again. As Moeller sets, checks the runner, and Frazier pitch home. Ball away.
Yeah, and what's happened between when we ended the live stream and now live, Gavin Frazier was hit by a pitch, and then he stole second. Still nobody out.
Moeller comes set, looks away at second, pitches home. Called strike, low and away to Briggs, and that'll be strike 3. Second strikeout charged to Richards. As now Ty Farwell, arguably one of the best guys on the Zap, as he looks to drive in Frazier once again. Grounded into a fielder's choice in his first at bat, back in the bottom of the first, excuse me. Frazier takes his lead, pitches home. Ball into the dirt. Frazier stays and will retreat back to second. Again, once apologies, fans watching. Stream paused, stuttered a little bit, turned it off, and then started this new one. Hopefully this one's going well with our Wi-Fi. Pitches home. Farwell watches the ball inside, had to move a little bit out of the way there. Frazier takes his lead at second. Moeller comes set and fires home. Called strike on the outside. Count will move 2-1 to the third baseman today in Farwell. A lot of different positions. Catcher, third base, can play anywhere on the field, wherever Coach Jamie needs him. Pitches home. Frazier takes his advance to third, and he will round third and home. The catcher playing a little slow, and Gavin will cross the plate at home to tie up this game. Great awareness from Gavin. And the catcher in Aragon a little slow to get to that ball, Brandon.
He was, and Aragon, you don't usually see that from him. He had been exceptional early in this ball game at digging out pitches that were low from Crew Moeller. This time a little bit slow on the release point when he was able to get to the ball and find it.
Pitches home. Liner into shallow left field. That will be a single for Farwell.
Yeah, Farwell strikes again, and that's a beautiful shot right into that left center field gap. Nothing Carter Towns could do about that. Only could range up and throw the ball back in play. And the Zap have a little something going here as we have a tie ball game.
And now Ludwigson up, the first baseman. As Farwell takes his 1-2-step lead at first. Moeller looks at him at first. Gets a nod and pitches home. Called strike 1 to Ludwigson. Little chopper down the first base line in his first at-bat. Aragon gathered it and threw it to first for a 2-3. As Moeller sets and fires. Ball inside, almost hitting Ludwigson. And it's all ones in the bottom of the third inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Game is tied 1-1. Zap with 1 hit. Sasquatch with 2. Moeller pickoff attempt at first. Runner in Farwell's backsliding safe. As the Zap try and continue this good inning thus far. Maybe pop another one in the scorecard. Next pitch, call for a strike outside to Ludwigson. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Moeller Looks at the runner at first. 2 nods. Deals. Ball low. Aragon was tempted at throwing to first. Chooses not to. Throws it back to his pitcher to keep it going. Count move 2-2. Still 1 out. As Livingston takes a little bit of a, Farwell at first takes a little bit of a bigger lead. Pitch home. Ball 3 into the dirt. Full count. And this is prime scenario for the Zap, Brandon.
It is, and this is what you want to see out of the Zap batters, working the full count, making sure you're working these pitchers to give them the most pitches in the at-bat to tire them out.
Pitch home. Runner runs. Chopper to the Zap dugout as Farwell will retreat back to first. Ludvigsen trying to get hype from his teammates in the dugout. As Farwell takes a little bit of an extra lead at first. Moeller sets. Pickoff attempt back at first. Farwell's backsliding. So first baseman fires the ball back to Moeller. Outfielder down the right field line, a little bit shifted more towards pitch home. Chopper off the foot of Ludvigsen. Count will remain full. Full count. As number 11 trying to change the score from 1-1 to 1-2. 2-1, in favor of the Zap. Moeller. The 3-2 offering. Runner runs. High pitch, but it's ball 4. Aragon was a little trigger happy with that.
He was.
But that's what you like to see from catchers, especially from Golthals being from behind the plate today. We'll see some good plays from him as they're going to do a little pitchers meeting between the catcher and a staff member for the Sasquatch. Brandon, what have you liked so far from this inning and the game so far through 2 1/3?
Well, they're getting looks, and they're able to put balls through the gaps in left center and right center field. And it's been an all-out contribution from this team. It hasn't just been one guy. Farwell's played well. Gavin Frazier has. And you've looked at not only are they getting hits into the outfield, but they're also working the pitch count so that they're getting Crew Moeller tired. And then when the time is right, he'll eventually, you're hoping at least if you're the Zap, that he cracks, that he gives you a pitch right up over the middle, and then you can exploit that.
Manning grounded out to short in his last at bat, looking to bounce back what he's shown bright spots in the last 6 games. Pitch home from Moeller. Swing and a miss, got it by the bat of Melton. Still only 1 out. Runners on first and second. Bottom of the 3rd. After the Zap leave the Sasquatch scoreless in the top of the 3rd. Farwell bouncing a little bit around. Next pitch called, ball outside. Farwell maybe trying to get a little throw for Moeller to second. Maybe get it by, and he rounds 3rd and goes home. And Moeller comes to the 1-1. As Moeller keeps looking, offers. Fly ball down the right field line. That will land fair. And 1 run in Farwell. He'll round for 3rd. And he's still looking for it. Farwell scores. Loganson rounds 3rd. He will score. And a RBI double. 2 RBI double from Melton. And that's what you like to see. You struggled yesterday a little bit. You got on base. You kept your on-base streak going. He keeps it going to 7 games. That's what you like to see from hitters bouncing back, Brandon.
It is, and you look at that hit was right down the right field line. It barely caught the edge, and it was barely fair, but it worked out for Mason Melton. A great comeback from him after he left his on-base streak yesterday.
Moeller delivers. Called strike 1 to the left fielder in Blake Imhoff. Singled in his last at bat. in the bottom of the second. Count 0-1. As the Zap lead it 3-1. Next pitch. Bunt to the pitcher and Moeller down the third base line. Good sacrifice bunt there from Imhoff as he gets thrown out at first.
Yeah, it was a good bunt because the pitcher and Moeller had to come all the way in from the mound. It wasn't a bounce right to him, and he did, and it was a good throw to his credit, but it also gets Mason Melt 90 feet away now with only 2 outs with a dangerous hitter, especially lately, going 2 for 4 yesterday, and Dominic DiCarlo.
Walked in his first at-bat. Sitting at the 7-hole today. Moeller pitches. Another fly ball. This one is to center field. The center fielder makes the catch underneath it. But the Zap do some damage on a 2-run RBI double from Mason Mellon. We'll move back to another Mason in Mason Manning after this quick ad break. You're watching a Why Zap Baseball Live.
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm with CHIP. We're a local payment processing organization based out of Spearfish, South Dakota. You could think about CHIP as an extension of your payroll. With CHIP, you get a customized solution for your business, as opposed to if you're just going to go online and find a payment processor, you get whatever they do. It's just whatever they have out of their box is the box that you get put into. With us, we actually are looking at custom solutions that fit what you do. We sit down with you, we break it down so you understand what you're looking at. That way you can make an informed decision about your business and what is the right thing for you to do. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
After the Zap score 2 runs, Mason Mountain taking the bump once again for this top of the 4th inning. And Brandon, that was great hitting from the Zap. What does Mason and the Zap defenders have to do to keep it going?
Oh, they just have to continue being stellar on defense, and they've done their part today, and it's shown. Mason Manning has been on point. You can see the poise that he plays with, that he oozes out confidence, and that's something we were watching in warm-ups when we went down there, and you were interviewing Dominic DiCarlo. This team, even though they are in the cellar right now, they have the pieces and they have the talent and the confidence to get back into that mindset. Reminder, last year they were in the same situation, but they came back, won the second half league title, and they can do the same thing here, and it starts with today.
Yeah, especially in something to note, there is a reliever warming up for the Sasquatch. As Manning sets. He will turn to his left and delivers. Check swing, called strike.
Looked like Kwapnowski was hesitant there for a second, and then he just went on that fastball on the outer half of the plate. He went for it, couldn't get it.
Manning delivers. Fouled off to the backstop netting. Quick 0-2 count. And this is what you like to see. We saw it from Ridge Linebach yesterday. Pitchers dealing, fielders fielding well, and the bats working like they did in the first game against the Sasquatch. Pitch home. Call ball a little high and away. Anyone close to Batman for your favorite superhero? Or is it just Batman from a mile?
No, there are multiple, but Iron Man is a close second. I love Tony Stark.
Pitch home. Ground ball down the first base line into the Zap dugout.
What about you, Nick? Who's your favorite? Oh, that's right. You were talking about Spider-Man the other day, right?
Yeah, I definitely would have to say Spider-Man. Yeah.
Which Spider-Man, though? That's the question.
I'll let you know after this next pitch if I can really decide. As Manning delivers. That ball is high as it moves to a 2-2 count. Honestly, I would have to go Andrew Garfield.
Oh, that's interesting.
I like the new one with Tom Holland, the new couple ones. I like how it's a trifecta. Pitch home. That's a fly ball to right field. I believe that's drifting foul, and it does. So we have a little hard view down the right field line. But thankfully that lands foul as Manning keeps it going here. As the count, it remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Delivers. Call ball low and away. Oh, never mind. Umpire with the late strike call. That's a good strikeout.
Yeah, and he's been doing that this whole game so far. I remember 2 pitches in the first inning that were also a 2-2 count that I thought had just missed the lower portion of the strike zone. But no, he's been a little bit lenient today, unlike many of the umpires we've seen as of late. He's given those calls to Mason Manning.
Manning's first pitch.
And that
Call
was
for a ball.
down low and away that time.
Manning staying face towards his catcher, and Goldthwal's in the batter. Pitch home. Another fly ball. This one's to Imhoff at left field. He's ranging into it. He'll make the catch, and they kind of collide in left center field with DiCarlo, and that's something that you're a little taught as a kid or growing up. Make sure to call it so you don't have injuries. But, Brandon, you do see that in the majors. It happens at every level. But good on them not being able to collide super fast and get injured, and good play from both of them.
Yeah, it's like if you've seen the movie Angels in the Outfield, where the 2 outfielders collide on the catch. This time, though, to Carlo and Imhoff. Imhoff is able to make the catch.
Called strike 1 to the batter in Carter Towns. Carter had a little bit of off day yesterday. Solo home run on Saturday. Manning delivers the 0-1. Called strike 2. Manning dealing just like his other pitcher partner in Ridge Linebach, the Pier native at Fort Pier. Pitch home. Swing and a miss. Got it by Towns. And a quick inning from Manning. Manning went in the 3rd inning. He went 9-1-2, and then he continues it with 2 strikeouts in this 4th inning, going 3-4-5. That's the hardest thing to do, is those middle lineups. But we'll move to the bottom of the 4th inning for my second to last play-by-play besides the 7th inning. You're watching Why Is That Baseball?
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm with CHIP. We're a local payment processing organization based out of Spearfish, South Dakota. You could think about CHIP as an extension of your payroll. With CHIP, you get a customized solution for your business, as opposed to if you're just going to go online and find a payment processor. You get whatever they do. It's just whatever they have out of their box is the box that you get put into. With us, we actually are looking at custom solutions that fit what you do. We sit down with you, we break it down so you understand what you're looking at. That way you can make an informed decision about your business and what is the right thing for you to do. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
Now, it's the bottom of the 4th inning. Zap trying to keep it going here, as Mulder's still on the bump. A couple pitchers warming up, though, in the bullpen. And, Brandon, now you said Tony Stark and Iron Man and Batman are your 2 favorite superheroes. What's your favorite Marvel or DC, and why?
Initially, as a kid, I got into DC quite a bit. My father was a big Batman fan, so that's where I got it from. I really like the old 90s shows. Kevin Conroy was always good in the Justice League. But then I started watching the Iron Man series and then got into Avengers, and that's where I kind of got into watching special suits, too. Those are always cool.
First pitch, grounder to the second baseman in Lopez. He gathers it, makes the first out. And a 1-pitch, 1 out to DiCarlo. But you like to see the aggressiveness. Not many aggressive plays from the Zap in recent games, but they're showing it here as they keep it going. Little 4-3 as the catcher, Nagi Golthos, will move to the right-hander's batter's box.
Looks like we have Dylan Bowie now in the batter's box.
Excuse me. Pitch home. Call for ball inside. Golthos was the one to ground out to second. Bowie trying to get it. Pitch home. Call for a ball outside. Count will move 2-0. Trying to get it to the on-deck circle in his cousin and Gavin Frazier. There's Mulder. Sets. No runners on. Pitch is home. Chopper to the Sasquatch dugout down the left field line. Count moves 2-1. Still a good hitter's count. Not a prime hitter's count, but a good hitter's count. As Moeller brings his glove to his face. He will move his leg and delivers. Call for a ball inside. Now this is what I would say a prime hitter's count. 3-1 or 3-0. To the batter and Bowie. Moeller with the 3-1 count and the offers. High fly ball down the right field line that will drift out of play. Hopefully not on the grassy patch down the right field line where a couple of kids could play. All the parents can watch the game. As the count is now full. Crew Moeller, the first baseman yesterday, now on the bump today. Pitches home. That's a fly ball to right field. The right fielder in Kwapnowski. He ranges it's the second baseman in Lopez making the catch in shallow right field. Back-to-back plays from Lopez. So that's an F4. And Moeller doing just what his opposing pitcher in Manning did in the top of the fourth. First pitch. Called strike to Gavin Frazier. And if I'm Gavin, even though it gets you on, I'm just trying not to get hit like Cy Taylor did in the first game of this series 3 times. Second pitch. Ball inside, almost hitting Frazier once again. Frazier got hit in the 3rd inning. Came around to score. Not the only run in that inning. Pitches home. Grounder. Liner to the Zap dugout. Hopefully no one gets hurt from any balls hit into the stands today. Or any day that for that matter. As the 1-2 count. 2 outs. No runners on. Pitches home for Moeller. Called strike 3 looking. In a slow strike 3 that we've seen multiple times today. But a strike 3 looking. And now we will move back to Brandon for the top of the 5th inning. And this game is flying just like yesterday. You're watching Why Is That Baseball Live.
If you are interested in just learning more about the payment processing industry, or if you're wondering if your rates are good, that's exactly why CHIP exists. We can set up a short meeting to have a discussion about your business. We can evaluate different options and present to you a few different ways. You can give us a ring, 605-569-3752. You can also go to our website, it's chip.cc. We would love to help you.
And we are back with the top of the 5th inning. Hard to believe it's only 7:10 p.m. Central Standard Time as Mason Manning warming up yet again with the Zap up 3-1 on the Spearfish Sasquatch.
And this game is flying, Brandon. Already through 4 innings, just like yesterday, and we're only an hour in.
We are Bo Iandoli, the designated hitter, coming up to the plate, or ready to, as Mason Manning taking his last few practice pitches. That one bounces off of Gothal's. The Zap, due to some timely hitting, have been able to plate the runners they hadn't before. And some growth shown by this young team, led by 12 returning players from last year, is Iandoli coming up to the batter's box. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 5th inning, 3-1, the Zap lead. Manning readies. Kicks and delivers the first pitch offering into the dirt. Gothals throws back to Manning. 1-0 the count now. Iandoli steps back into the batter's box. Ready's 1-0 count, fouled, back and out of play into the concourse. Evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out. In the top of the 5th. Zap have jumped out to a 3-1 lead. Manning, the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball. Deep right center field, but coming in is DiCarlo to make the catch and retire Iandoli.
Another good play. Another good play from the outfielders. Not running into each other here, but keeping it going. As now it's 1 out in the top of the 5th.
Yep. Malachi Lopez, excuse me, is up to bat. Nobody on, 1 out. Swinging a high fly ball. This is DiCarlo again, center field. Backs up and makes the catch. And it's an easy 1-2 outs.
And the interview man getting all the action here, Brandon.
He is. He's making the plays.
It's a lot of outfield plays through the first 5 innings, and it's all been DiCarlo at center and then Imhoff at left.
Yeah, they've been making the plays. The Sasquatch not able to plate runners so far with only 1 run driven in. The pitch. Couldn't catch the outside corner. 1 ball and no strikes. As the catcher, Kendrick Aragon, readies for the second pitch offering. 1-0 the count, 2 outs. The pitch down the middle for strike 1. Mason Manning pitching a beaut here today. With the Zap bats heating up.
Currently at 62 pitches, Brandon.
Manning throws into the dirt.
You got to be glad that that is not on a strike 3 count. But I definitely think Goethals could have easily gotten back to it and thrown the runner out in Aragon. Technically batter. Would you call it runner or batter in a drop 3rd strike?
The pitch from Manning scoops into the dirt. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Probably batter, I would call it.
I don't know. I think the batter is a batter until
he starts
maybe halfway
running.
through.
Yeah, yep. So it's a 2 ball, 2 strike count, 2 outs, nobody on, 1-3 Zap lead. The pitch from Manning, inside, nearly hit. Aragon, the catcher. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Scoreboard's wrong once again, but it's fine. We got it here.
Manning tosses the ball up into his hand. Aragon back into the batter's box. Umpire signals a 3-2 count. Manning sets in and delivers. Pitch, high fly ball, but that's Imhoff in left field, ranging in to make the catch, and the top of the 5th is over. We will go to the bottom of the 5th with the Zap still leading 3-1 over the Spearfish Sasquatch. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball.
If you are interested in just learning more about the payment processing industry, or if you're wondering if your rates are good, that's exactly why CHIP exists. We can set up a short meeting to have a discussion about your business. We can evaluate different options and present to you a few different ways. You can give us a ring, 605-569-3752. You can also go to our website, it's chip.cc. We would love to help you.
And we are back with the bottom of the 5th. Crew Moeller still on the mound for the Spearfish Sasquatch, trailing 3-1. Zap have opened up a 2-run lead thanks to timely hitting. Gavin Frazier able to steal home on a wild pitch. 2 hits each for both teams. But the Zap able to take advantage of some shaky pitching from Crew Moeller. So far in this ballgame, Mason Manning's been on point, only allowing 1 run.
Yeah, so they do call Blake Imhoff single an error. I was confused about that. Didn't know at the time. But yes, 2 hits a pop for each team.
And it looks like we might have a change in the lineup. It looks like Garen Gledhill is coming in to replace Briggs Richards. Is Garen Gledhill, first time coming up to the plate today. To face Moeller, nobody on, nobody out, bottom of the 5th. Zap out to a 3-1 lead, thanks to 3 runs in that 3rd inning of play.
Seeing if the Zap can definitely move past and keep this winning score going.
Ty Farwell on deck. Moeller, the pitch. Catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 the count, nobody out, nobody on. Towns left fielder, Morrison center as Moeller swing and a grounder from Gledhill. Gloved by Lopez, throw to first to Melendrez, he's in time. And the first batter in the order for the top of the 5th is gone from a ground out. Gledhill, the designated hitter, goes down. Now we see Ty Farwell, the 3rd baseman. Only source of a home run for the Zap this season as he takes a strike right down the middle. In that 2nd game against the Casper Spuds, he launched a ball out to right field as Moeller's 2nd pitch is inside, nearly hits Farwell. 1-1 the count. 1 out, nobody on. Moeller sets and deals. Swing and fouled back off of the Hyatt Stadium sign on the corner. It's 1-2 now on Farwell, the 3rd baseman. 1 out, nobody on. 1-3, the Zap lead. Moeller steps back onto the mound. Readies and delivers. Down low and outside. Evens up the count at 2-2. Quinn Ludvigsen, the 1st baseman, on deck. Mason Melton, the 3rd baseman, in the hole. Or, excuse me, the shortstop. Now the pitch. Gets away from Aragon, but no matter. Nobody on. Now it's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. 3-1. The Zap lead. Moeller gets the sign, kicks and deals. Swing and a grounder by Farwell to Lopez. Throw to Melendrez at first is in time again. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 5th with Quinn Ludvigsen, the 1st baseman, up to bat. Quinn steps into the batter's box. Nobody on, 2 outs. Moeller gets the sign, kicks and deals. Up high, couldn't catch the top half of the strike zone. 1-0 the count, 2 outs.
And it's a little interesting
as the 2nd pitch of the at-bat is in there for a strike.
It's a little interesting. Most of our outs have been to the infielders. Most of their outs have been to our outfielders.
As Moeller delivers the 1-1. Down low and a little bit inside. 2-1 now the count. Ludvigsen trying to extend this inning. Moeller trying to get out and only still have a 2-run deficit as that pitch is high and outside for ball 3 with only 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on. Zap trying to earn their 2nd win of the season. Moeller sets and delivers up high, and he walked Ludvigsen.
That's what you like to see. After 2 outs, you're still patient at the plate. Good job from Ludvigsen. 2nd walk on the day. Last one he came around to score, so hoping for some of that magic here.
Mason Melton
Doubled in his last at bat.
Yes, he did. It was the beautiful liner to right field. Just got down foul before the right field line. As Melton gets into the batter's box. One man on. That's who Moeller was just checking back on. Now kicks and deals. Swinging a grounder. Right field side, but foul into the Zap dugout. 0-1 the count. Ludvigsen at first after the 2-out walk. Moeller checks, then throws back to first. And in time, wow! Able to pick off Ludvigsen as Moeller checked, then looked back to the batter in Mason Melton and then quickly threw back to first in time to retire the Zap. We will go to the top of the 6th inning with the score still 3-1. The Zap lead the Sasquatch. You've been watching Oahe Zap Baseball.
Our number one goal is to educate you. Did you know that this is how the payment processing industry works? There's a cost from the card brands nobody can change. There's junk fees that sound like they fit. Having a custom fit solution is another reason people move to Chip. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
Mason Manning back on the mound for the Zap. As the kids will run the bases here at beautiful Hyde Stadium. Still 80 degrees. It is a bit cloudy, but it's a perfect night for baseball on a Monday night. Zap leading 3-1.
Man, Brandon, they got to let the kids round the actual bases. Not just first and second. Not even first. It's really, they just step on second.
Manning getting his practice pitches in as he readies for yet another inning of play at Hyde Stadium as Benjamin Fuhrer, the shortstop, is up to bat. Two hits apiece, from each team, but the Zap have capitalized on 2 mistakes by the Spearfish Sasquatch, and Crew Moeller has looked a little bit shaky. Mason Manning, though, has been on point, and so is the defense, especially in the outfield.
Yeah, especially our outfielders. Not more importantly, but Blake Imhoff and Dominic DiCarlo. Mason Manning at 68 pitches, by the way.
Benjamin Fuhrer just struck out in the top of the 3rd. That's a grounder to Farwell. Throw to first. Ludvigsen is in time. And a first at bat out by Mason Manning with the grounder.
You love to see that.
Yes, we do.
Ball high and away.
Yep.
To Morrison.
As we will go back to the top of the batting order with Maddox Morrison, the center fielder. Lefty-righty matchup. 1-0 the count. The pitch. Swinging a grounder. Easily caught by Ludvigsen. It was a fierce and fast grounder right into his glove. He could not have placed it any better in it than he did, just standing there stationary, reached out his glove and snatched it. Went over to first, and we have 2 down now in the top of the 6th.
2 pitches, 2 outs. And that's why they call it the hot corner.
Pitch catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 the count.
Third baseman and Dominic Torres up.
Yeah, Dominic Torres readies for the 0-1 count for Manning. Nobody on, 2 outs. The pitch, swinging a high chopper, but it looked like it caught the home plate as Dominic apparently...
It looked like it bounced off the foot or leg of Torres he walks around.
Hobbling a little bit. As Ty Farwell, if that didn't hit Dominic Torres, and Torres tried to run it out, Farwell had a beat on it.
And Brandon, I think if if Manning can perform well with this 2-out set in the top of the 6th, he's only at 73 pitches. Ridge pitched 99 yesterday. I think he could go 7 innings.
Yep. Kwapnowski on deck. The pitch. Oh, it hit him.
But he swung, so.
He did. And Dominic Torres is down. Not something you want to see.
He's moving, thankfully.
Yes. As Mason Manning went to go check on him, now he is called, looks like, out by the home plate umpire.
No, I think that's just a strike. I'm pretty sure it was only one strike, but I could be wrong.
He might have been signaling another call, as that's a great sign. Dominic Torres up and walking around.
And that's why, no matter what fan you are, you hate to see that. But we await the trainer to check Torres out.
Sam Klopnowski, the right fielder, is on deck.
Okay, that's interesting. What are they going to call it? Because there were 2 outs.
There were. Looks like Dominic Torres is coming up back to the plate.
Yeah, that's really good for Torres. That's an 0-2 count.
Torres, nobody on, 2 outs. Manning deals. Swinging a high fly ball. That's deep to right. Ranging in, making the catch. Yes!
What a play from Bowie!
Dylan Bowie, who replaced Landon Meyer today, made an amazing catch in right field, foul territory, sliding right up to next to the fence. And we will move to the bottom of the 6th inning, where it's still 3-1. The Zap lead the Spearfish Sasquatch. You've been watching Oahu's at Baseball.
If you are interested in just learning more about the payment processing industry, or if you're wondering if your rates are good, that's exactly why CHIP exists. We can set up a short meeting to have a discussion about your business. We can evaluate different options and present to you a few different ways. You can give us a ring, 605-569-3752. You can also go to our website, it's chip.cc. We would love to help you.
There we go.
And we are back. A little technical difficulties, but nothing we can't handle up here at the broadcast booth. Still 3-1. The Zap lead the Spearfish Sasquatch as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And Crew Moeller is not on the mound anymore. It looks to be a new pitcher, as we are finding out exactly who that is. It looks to be number 18, Joseph Cook, out of Park University, number 18. Relieving Crew Moeller.
Not James Cook for the Bills?
No, unfortunately not.
Unfortunately, you think James Cook could do better?
It'd be interesting. He's not a quarterback, so I don't know. I've never seen him throwing a flea flicker, so.
A lot of quarterbacks have played baseball. I mean, Mahomes almost went
Murray?
Murray.
Russell Wilson, too, so. Just having a little bit of fun here in pure South Dakota in our beautiful broadcast booth. As Cook readies to face our first batter of the game. As Mason Melton, usually the third baseman, now the shortstop, in place of Cy Taylor tonight, is coming up to the plate. He drove in 2 runs with that RBI double. As Cook readies for his first pitch offering to Mason Melton. The pitch. And did it nick him in the arm? It did. Mason Melton tosses his bat to the dugout, and he will get a first pitch walk courtesy of Cook.
Brandon, I have Moeller's final line when you want it.
All right, let's hear it.
Crew Moeller pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, 5 Ks.
Struggled a little bit out of the gate, found his rhythm, but then gave up 3 runs. Man on first is Melton. The pitch from Cook. Down low. 1-0 the count on Blake Imhoff, the left fielder. Imhoff readies for the 1-0 offering. Pitch down low and outside. 2-0 now the count.
Imhoff kind of having matching gloves to his helmet, a little different shade of yellow.
Imhoff sacrificed and gave Melton the run to third in the bottom of the 3rd inning, as that's now a 2-1 count on Blake Imhoff. Cook gets back onto the mound with Melton at first. Cook checks, then gets the sign and delivers. Down low and outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. Mason Melton at first with Melendrez. Cook sets the 3-1 offering to Blake Imhoff. And no throw to second as Mason Melton decided not to steal. Aragon was right on top of it as he got a strike right down the middle to get us a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Bottom of the 6th, Melton at first. Cook readies and delivers. Swinging a grounder right to Melendrez, and he taps on the first base bag.
That wasn't a grounder, that was a line out. That's a double play. Wow. Unfortunate result there for the Zap.
Yeah, it looks like it didn't skim the ground. It just was able to catch wind and go right into Melendrez's glove. Not something you see. There's 2 outs now, nobody on. Cook readies for the first pitch offering. And inside, nearly hitting,
Dominic
DiCarlo, the center fielder.
Made a couple great plays so far this game.
He has.
Maybe the looking to make one at the plate.
Yep. Cook delivers. And a strike right down the middle. Evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Zap still leading 3-1 with nobody on. 2 outs. Trying to extend their 2-run lead with Augie Gothals, the catcher, on deck. The pitch down low in the dirt. Aragon couldn't find it. Grabs the ball from the umpire and throws it back to his pitcher, Cook. Umpire gets his mask right back on. 2-1 the count. 2 outs. DiCarlo readies. Slings the bat over his shoulder. Cook delivers. Swing and a high fly ball, but slicing foul.
Darn, DiCarlo hit that well. Just shot it a little too early with that curve.
He did.
The wind did not affect that. That was just bat and ball.
Oh. If it had been able to stay fair down the left field side, that would have been a base hit.
Definitely a double there.
Yes, 2-2 now the count. As DiCarlo steps back into the batter's box. Nobody on, 2 outs. Cook readies the pitch. Swing and a foul. First base side and not a play. We'll redo the 2-2 count. Joseph Cook from Park University, the right-hander. Trying to end this inning. The pitch. Swinging a liner. Base hit into left field. Carter Towns can't do anything but throw right to the shortstop and prevent Dominic DiCarlo from going to second. But as it is, it's a stand-up single with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th for Dominic DiCarlo, with Augie Gothals, the catcher, coming out to the batter's box.
Goltho struck out in the second, and I got it out to second. Let's hope that he can poke one through, maybe possibly get one over the wall.
Dylan Bowie on deck. Can Golthal's deliver and extend this 2-run lead? The pitch fouled back onto Capitol Avenue and out of play. 0-1 on the count.
How many baseballs do you think are in that pond? A little north of Capitol Avenue.
It's got to be up there, especially since the Zap have been here for 4 years. Man on first. Cook checks on him. Now kicks and deals in the dirt. Aragon able to collect after he couldn't find it for a bit. Dominic DiCarlo deciding not to steal.
I like that from DiCarlo. You don't want to be too aggressive. You got 2 outs. Want to stay on. Want to trust your teammates to keep it going.
Yep. Gothals with a 1-1 count, 2 outs. Man on first. And Dylan Bowie on deck. Cook delivers. Swing and a foul tip back and out and behind the net. 1-2 the count now. 2 outs. As the umpire gets more baseballs, puts one in his pocket. And we resume play as Gothals faces a 1-2 count, 2 outs. Dominic DiCarlo takes a short lead from first. Cook looks back toward him. Nods. And throws back to first, but not in time. DiCarlo back safely. Cook looks in, checks first again. Now readies and delivers the 1-2 high fly ball, but deep to center field. Ranging in is Morrison to make the catch, and the inning is over. But the Zaps still leading 3-1 after 6 innings of play. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball.
If you are interested in just learning more about the payment processing industry, or if you're wondering if your rates are good, that's exactly why CHIP exists. We can set up a short meeting to have a discussion about your business. We can evaluate different options and present to you a few different ways. You can give us a ring, 605-569-3752. You can also go to our website, it's chip.cc. We would love to help you.
It's time for the top of the 7th, and my co-host Brandon Whaley thought it was still time for him as he was about to speak. No, let me have my one more inning.
No problem. I knew it was your time. I'm just always prepared to talk. You know me. Broadcasters, we love talking.
Yeah, and not unfortunately, but I mean, if we get a sore throat or something and we lose our voices, we're kind of screwed. In short terms. I mean, that's what happened to me towards the end of my school year. With the broadcast coming up, I lost my voice.
Like Chris Fowler when he's doing like 3 games in a row. That hurts. Well,
I'll pull out the inner. I can't remember the broadcaster's name for Michigan State. The
Sean McDonough. I love that guy. He's great.
The ball is free. But nonetheless, we move to the top of the 7th with Sam Kwapnowski up. And this game, Brandon, I mean, I've said it multiple times. It's flying.
It is, and it's a good thing for the Zap because, we now have a new pitcher as Lucas Toll, the right-hander, will be on the mound. But anyways, it's been a great defensive game for the Zap. They've made many plays in the infield and in the outfield. DiCarlo's ranged in, made some plays. They nearly got knocked over, him and Blake Imhoff, but Blake Imhoff was able to make the catch and secure the out 2 innings ago. It's been an all-around effort, and they've kept the Sasquatch batters lineup silent. And that is the thing you want. You want to get a lead against this team, and you want to keep it, and you want to make them feel that they have to score every single time they come up to the plate.
Yeah, you want to keep it going. As first pitch is called for a ball inside and low to the batter in Kwapnowski. The right fielder charging right on the scoreboard here in this one. Second pitch, swing and miss. Got by Kopnowski on the fastball. And that's what you like to see. You want to keep pedal to metal. Even though you're up 3-1, you cannot get complacent, especially in all sports. Pitch home. Call for a ball outside. Because once you get complacent, that's when the other team, baseball, basketball, football, they will strike. In hockey. Pitch home. Call for a ball, 3. Thought the umpire was going to call that a strike. It was a little low for his liking. As Toll sets like a Cadillos. Grounder to the second baseman, Frazier. Dives, makes the play, and throws over to first and Lugmanson. And a great slide there to keep it from getting into the outfield.
Yeah, that was a great job by Gavin Frazier. We haven't said his name much today, but that's a good thing because he's had to carry the load the past few games in the batter's department and in the infield. And that time, a great play. Not a simple one. Slid over, was able to grab the ball.
Total delivers. Ball inside. You can continue your point.
No, I think I made my point clear. So, great play by Frazier, though, able to get it to Ludvigsen.
1-0 count from Toll. Delivers. Chopper foul. Gets right underneath the batter in Melendrez. Doesn't move all that much. Just a foul ball, and it just sticks into the ground. It's Toll with the 1-1 count. Sets and fires. Called ball 2 inside. At the same pitch he threw for his first pitch. Mason Manning's final line, 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. As Toll delivers. Ball 3 inside, a little low. 3 pitches, low and inside. Kind of contrary to the low and away pitches we've seen from the Zap pitchers. Not today, but in recent games. As Toll will deliver. 1-out walk to Melendrez. And giving up walks is fine. It's how you do after.
Well, I mean, you've given up a few walks today, and you've been able to get out of the jam when you've had men on first, when you've had runners in scoring position. This has been a theme for the Zap today where they've been able to get out of jams.
Not many walks, just a few. Pitch home. Call for a strike low. To the left fielder in Carter Towns. Only 2 walks. That was the second walk. First from Toll. Good job from the Zap pitchers today. Pitch home. Swing and miss. Got it by Towns. That's what you like to see. Go after batters. As Melendrez will take his lead at first. Lovginson guarding the first base as Melendrez takes his lead. Pitch home. Ball inside, almost hitting the batter in Towns. As the count will move, 1 ball, 2 strikes, sitting 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Zap lead 3-1. 5 hits, contrary to Sasquatch 2. Pitch home. Swing and miss. Got it by Towns. Great pitch there from Toll. As Bo Iandoli, normally the leadoff batter the past couple days, batting up now in the 6th hole.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what you want to see from Toll. You get a man on first. You walk a batter. You're a little bit errant with your pitching, with your framing, and with your control in the last at-bat. And this time you're able to blow 2 strikeouts, or 2 swings and misses right by Carter Towns.
Toll lets it fly. High for ball 1. Didn't mean that type of fly. But good stop there from Goethals, being able to reach up and block it from going to the backstop. Toll checks the runner at first. No throw yet. Pitches home. Ball into the dirt. Good stop from Goethals. It gets a little bit away to his right, but the runner at first, Melendrez, does not choose to advance. As Toll looks to unload this 2-0 pitch. Looks at the runner. Looks back to the plate. Looks back to the runner. Now back to the plate once again. Delivery. Grounder to the first baseman, Lugmanson. Easy snag for the third out. And I'll tell you, Brandon, these fielders today are on fire. As we move to the Zap Bats, hopefully they can get on fire. And we'll be back after this quick ad break. You're watching Hawaii Zap Baseball.
Our number one goal is to educate you. Did you know that this is how the payment processing industry works? There's a cost from the card brands nobody can change. There's junk fees that sound like they fit. Having a custom fit solution is another reason people move to Chip. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
And another technical difficulty on my end. I keep forgetting to hit the camera. As I think we still have, yes we do, still have Joseph Cook on the bump. Zap lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, there's no reason to take him out. He worked a scoreless inning.
Gave up 1 hit and 1 hit by pitch.
Yep.
And it was a double play to the first baseman, Melendrez.
That was
line out.
Yeah, that was one of the stranger plays I've seen this season. A line drive right to Melendrez. Normally, he was just standing at first base. He wasn't even off the bag. Snagged it, immediately was on it, and 2 runners right out. I mean, exactly at that point.
Yeah, that's the type of plays, at least for me, I see in MLB The Show. Do you play any video games, Brandon?
I do. I play MLB The Show. I'll play Madden. College football, I can't wait for 27. That'll be a great game. Sports games. I mean, we're broadcasters here.
Yeah, that's true. As the right fielder and Dylan Bowie made a spectacular catch a couple innings ago.
He did.
As he will come to the plate. Now, if you had to guess, Brandon, I saw it in our pamphlet, I'll say after this pitch, is Cook will dangle the ball a little bit as he sets, lay kick and deals. As Bowie watches ball 1, what I was going to say is, who do you think is older and younger between the cousins, Bowie or Gavin Frazier?
I think Gavin Frazier a little bit older.
You would be correct. Pitch home from Cook. Called strike 1, got him on the off speed. And I say that, folks, because Bowie's in the 9-hole, Frazier's in the 1-hole. Bowie didn't get here till last Thursday. Pitch home. Swing and miss, got it by Bowie. Bowie a little bit late. As Bowie struck out in the 2nd, and then flew out to second base in the 4th. Here in the bottom of the 7th, Zap lead 3-1. Cook sets and deals. That's a fly ball to left fielder in Towns. He jumps, makes the catch in left field, ranging to his left.
Yeah, that's a good catch by Towns. I mean, that's good contact, though, by Bowie, too. Bowie, you haven't seen that much contact out of him, but not enough. Carter Towns makes the jump. But we go back to the top of the order, and hopefully Gavin Frazier for the Zap.
Last at bat in the 4th inning when he struck out looking. 2 hit by pitches today. Pitch home. Chopper a little bit in the grass now, just hits the backstop as the slow rolls. As the Sasquatch player will toss it to the Zap dugout. As that is strike 1. Garen Gledhill on deck. Replaced Briggs Richard for the 5th inning. Pitch home. Swing and miss. Got it by Frazier. 0-2 count, 1 out. After Bowie flew out to left. Ty Farwell on double deck. Number 18 pitches home. Swing and miss. Got it by Frazier. But you'd like to see good swings. Not as aggressive as he was through his first 3 at-bats. I mean, you can't really be aggressive when you're getting hit, but good swings there.
Yeah, they were complete hacks. And, I mean, the first 2 were out and over the plate. You like to see that. The second one, he was chasing the off-speed on the outside.
As we sit, 7th inning, 2 outs. As I put 2 outs onto the scoreboard on the live stream. A little slacking on that recently. As Cook will step off. And Coach Jamie will go get a straggler ball that came from the bullpen of the Zap. It's interesting seeing open bullpens, Brandon, nowadays. Pitch home. Call ball outside. Do you like the open feel, at least in MLB stadiums, or do you prefer them to be in their own worlds, technically?
I like the open stadiums involving nature into it. Baseball is a summer.
Sets and deals. Fouled off, out of play into the stands. That hits something in the stands. And now it's on the Sasquatch dugout and just rolls off.
Yeah, baseball is a summer game. You want to involve the beautiful signs of nature and summer into it, especially at a time as beautiful as this in June.
The 1-1 from Cook on the mound. Lake Deals. Ball 2 into the dirt. Now, are you sure about that when you're playing, let's say, in a stadium like Tropicana? Are you sure with hurricane season you want an open stadium?
That's a little more debatable, obviously. Unless you want to play baseball in monsoon.
Cook deals. Pop up down the third base line. That drifts into foul territory and out of play. Almost looked like it went through the little opening down the third base line, moving the camera over. Maybe you can see it. So as it's a little far down. As Cook with the 2-2 count. 2-2, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Pitches it into the dirt about 3 feet in front of the home plate. Definitely slipped there.
Yeah, it looked like Cook, he didn't get the best release on that pitch. And now Garen Gledhill worked his way to a 3-2 count, and this is what you want with nobody on. Get a leadoff man aboard.
Especially with Ty Farwell on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Light kick and deals. Line drive down the right field line. That will land fair. Gledhill will round first. The right fielder in Kwapnowski gets to it, and Garen Gledhill will have a 2-out double here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs.
Yeah, that's beautiful right there from Garen Gledhill. A liner, you get the pitch that you want on a 3-2 count. And again, that's just like Mason Melton's RBI double earlier in the 3rd inning, except this one was higher and deeper and got right into the corner. Kwapnowski had to go and dig it out. Still a double as Ty Farwell, a powerful batter, up to the plate.
Farwell trying to increase the 2-run lead the Zap have as it is 3-1 with 2 outs, runner on second in Gledhill. Cook sets, delivers. Call ball a little high and outside. It's hard to get a high ball to a player as tall as Farwell.
It is. He's a tall guy.
Playing the hot corner today at third.
Yeah, 6'5", in fact.
Pitch home. Swing and miss. A little early on the off speed. But that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to gauge this new pitcher for Farwell. Single so far today. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the 1st. Ground out to second in his last at bat. Cook looks at the runner and fires. Called ball low.
Wow.
As you could hear the Zap. Hopefully you can maybe hear the Zap dugout go low. At least I think that was the Zap dugout. Could have been fans in the stands. As Cook will set. Look at the runner in Gledhill. And delivers. Grounder to the first baseman in Melendrez. He will jog over to first. Tap the bag with his cleat. And now we move to the top of the 8th, excuse me. After a double from Gledhill, 2 outs. But that's what you like to see. You got to keep moving forward and keep getting those hits and stay good with your pitching and hitting. Well, we'll move to the top of the 8th where the Zap will keep it moving with their pitching. Back in after this quick ad break, you're watching Hawaii Zap Baseball Live.
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm with Chip. We're a local payment processing organization based out of Spearfish, South Dakota. You could think about Chip as an extension of your payroll. With Chip, you get a customized solution for your business, as opposed to if you're just going to go online and find a payment processor You get whatever they do. It's just whatever they have out of their box is the box that you get put into. With us, we actually are looking at custom solutions that fit what you do. We sit down with you, we break it down so you understand what you're looking at. That way you can make an informed decision about your business and what is the right thing for you to do. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
And we are back with the top of the 8th inning. You may notice a new pitcher on the mound for the Oahe Zap. That is Trey Alexander.
Started a game against the Sasquatch
He did.
in Game 3, all the way back at Spearfish.
Have a right-handed pitcher out of Bismarck State University.
Not Bismarck State. He actually goes to Nelson University with Eli Vaughn and Cy Taylor. That is wrong.
Of course, when I go by the roster on the lineup for the first time today, it's not accurate. Well, I stand corrected. Nelson University it is.
Shout out Trey for actually coming to me with that.
As he fist bumps Ty Farwell.
And Trey and you are a little happy today with both you guys being OU fans and
Yes,
OU
we
walking
are.
off Georgia Tech in the 10th inning to reach Super Regionals.
Yes.
But we'll focus on that stuff later.
Malachi Lopez up to the plate. Ready from the first pitch from Alexander. A high fly ball, but this is shallow center field for Dominic DiCarlo as he ranges in easily, stands stationary, and makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Who else would it go to, Brandon, but Dominic DiCarlo?
Yeah, he's been active this game in the outfield, ranging in to make all sorts of catches. Sliding, easy pop flies. As Kendrick Aragon, the catcher, in the 8-hole, the first pitch offering scoots into the dirt. 4-1.
And Lucas Toll, 1 inning pitched, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 0 runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, as he faced only 4 batters.
Well, that's the definition of efficiency right there from Lucas Toll. The second pitch offering doesn't catch the outside corner. Instead, it's a 2-0 count, 1 out, nobody on. Zap still leading 3-1.
And that's what you want to. This is what you want to keep seeing. That Toll and Manning did from Alexander. Keep it going with the last 6 outs. Last 5, excuse me.
Delivers up high and a bit outside. Couldn't catch the corner again. 3-0 the count. Gothals. Squats. Alexander gets back onto the bump.
8-hole and 9-hole. 8-hole at 9-hole on deck.
Yep, Aragon sets. 3-0 delivery is inside. Nearly hit Aragon, but as it is, it's the 1-out walk in the top of the 8th. As the shortstop, Ben Fuhrer, will come to the plate to face Trey Alexander.
Hey, it's the same situation for Toll. Toll got a grounder, 2-second for Kwapnowski, and then walked Melendrez.
Yep.
And then struck out Towns, and then got a ground out to Lugdison at first.
Alexander readies the pitch. Ben Fuhrer showing bunt. Instead, it's a ball outside. 1-0 the count now.
They haven't done much of that. Definitely the team in the Independence League to be with bunts is Casper.
Yep, they love doing it.
We'll see them this weekend.
We will indeed. Alexander's second pitch offering is not a strike. On the outer half of the plate. Couldn't catch the corner. Instead, no, they called it a strike. Never mind. 1-1. Man on first. 1 out. Alexander looks back to first. Now steps off. Now back in the batter's box is Ben Fuhrer, the shortstop, working on a 1-1 count. Alexander stepping off yet again in the top of the 8th. Zap have doubled the amount of hits that the Sasquatch have had. 4 in favor of the Zap to only 2 for the Sasquatch. Alexander readies and gets the sign. The pitch. And check swing, did he go? He did. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch up high and inside.
And something we won't see till July 5th, but for Star Wars versus Star Trek, Mr. Alexander is a huge Star Wars fan. Favorite movies.
There we go. Trey Alexander, the pitch. Swinging a grounder. Trying to jump is Alexander. No throw, though, from the infield. That's been one of the few mistakes that this infield has made. Gavin Frazier ranging over from his second base position. Couldn't go grab it. Mason Melton over at shortstop. Couldn't get it either. And now 2 men on with 1 out in the top of the 8th. As we go back to the top of the order with Maddox Morrison having a righty-lefty matchup. Is Aragon at second, Fuhrer at first. Alexander steps off, now steps back on. Zap trying to preserve this 3-1 lead and escape with the win in the finale of this 3-game homestand. The pitch from Alexander is outside. 1 ball and no strikes.
Looking for possibly a double play ball here. Not wanting to give anything to hit. As Goethals is going to talk to Alexander, telling him where he may want it, where he can get it, and trust your infielders. That was just a rare mistake from Melton or Frazier. Not blaming anyone there, but just a rare mistake that we've seen in this game. We haven't seen any mistakes. And you got to trust your defense. They've been playing phenomenally.
Yeah, it's been a sound game defensively for the most part by the Zap. Trey Alexander readies, looks back to second for Aragon. Now delivers. Pitch, a high fly ball, deep left field. Blake Imhoff has it. He camps under it, makes the catch. Aragon will not tag. Instead, he'll stay at second.
Yeah, smart play from Aragon not to run on that. Our outfielders have hoses.
Blake Imhoff showed off the arm. He launched it to Ty Farwell, the third baseman. Now 2 men on still with 2 outs in the top of the 8th.
And now the third baseman in Torres up. The man who got hit in the last at-bat.
Dom Torres readies for the first pitch offering from Trey Alexander. 2 outs, 2 men on. Alexander looking back to Aragon, the catcher. Now delivers. Up high. Nearly hit Dom Torres. Aragon gets to third safely. And Ben Fuhrer steals second. Both men now in scoring position with the tying run in at second base in Ben Fuhrer.
I thought that initially hit the bat or his helmet.
It looked like it almost hit his helmet. It did, yes. Dom Torres in the 2-hole, readying for the 1-0 count from Trey Alexander, trying to get out of a jam. The pitch, down low and outside. Goethals had to get on the ground for that one and dig it out. 2-0 the count.
I know it's different than, like, warming up, like, not warming up, but when you're playing Pee-wee or just growing up or high school, play catch with your catcher at different speeds, obviously. Play catch. You got 2 outs.
Trey Alexander readies. The pitch. Strike 1 down the middle. 2-1 the count.
Keep it up, Alexander. Keep it up, Trey. You got it to get out of here.
Torres with 2 men on, both in scoring position. Aragon 90 feet away from cutting this to a 1-run lead for the Zap. Alexander kicks and delivers. Pitch, catches the lower half of the strike zone. 2-2. And you saw that earlier today. The umpire a little bit generous on the lower half of the plate.
We'll take it. That's all I'll say.
That evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trey Alexander 1 strike away from getting out of a jam and still leading by 2. The pitch. Swing and a fly ball, but over the press box. Right field. We will redo the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Trying to figure out where my car was, where I parked. I gotta learn just to park in the parking lot.
Yeah. Trey Alexander working on 2-2 count, 2 outs. Aragon, third base. Fuhrer at second. Dom Torres, the batter. Kicks and deals, down low. Full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And if you're Alexander here, Brandon, are you pitching it in the zone?
I'm thinking so.
Trust your fielders. I know Torres is good. Trust your fielders. Give him maybe like a little sinker. I don't know if he throws a sinker. Maybe something down low. To an infielder.
Trey Alexander gets the sign. Works on Dom Torres. A full count, 2 outs, 2 men on. The pitch. Up high, he walked Dom Torres. And the right fielder, Sam Kwapnoski, comes up to the plate for the Spearfish Sasquatch with bases loaded and 2 outs in the top of the 8th, with the Sasquatch trailing the Zap by 2. A meeting at the mound for Trey Alexander, trying to calm him down. No one warming up in the bullpen for the Zap. This is Trey Alexander's game so far. One ball in play that an outfielder or an infielder for the Zap can make a play on, and he gets out of a bases-loaded jam. But a base hit scores 2 runs in all likelihood and ties the ball game at 3.
And anything into the gaps, depending the arms of our outfielders, I know that's good. I don't know about Bowie's arm, but I know our center and left fielders have cannons and hoses.
And now we have a pitching change. Quinn Ludvigsen, the first baseman, who has pitched earlier this year against the Spuds, is on the bump.
It's been a while, but
as Cy Taylor will go to first base in replace of Ludvigsen, with 2 outs and the bases loaded with Sam Kwapnoski, as it'll be a lefty-lefty matchup. Trying to prevent this from becoming a tie ball game and starting off back at square one, as the Zap have dominated the majority of this ball game. As Sam Kwapnoski yesterday in the 9th did hit a solo shot to extend the Sasquatch lead to 8-1, but now is working at a different spot, down 3-1, but with the bases loaded. Can Quinn Ludvigsen deliver when the lights are the brightest in the top of the 8th? Zap in a bases loaded jam. Few more practice pitches from Ludvigsen, and Sam Kwapnoski will come up to the plate. It's Choosing Texas by Ella Langley, Quinn's favorite song, continues to play over the loudspeakers at beautiful Hyde Stadium.
Yeah, he pitched back-to-back games against the Spuds, pitched 1.1 innings on the 23rd, and then pitched 1 inning on the 24th.
There we go. Meeting with his catcher, Augie Gothals, just for a few last words, as Sam Kwapnoski has now come up to the plate. Bases loaded.
Lefty-lefty matchup.
Yes, Aragon 90 feet away from home plate. Fuhrer the tying run at second. Ludvigsen readies for the first pitch offering. 2 outs. The pitch. Swing and fouled back and into the stands after it hit the Hyde Stadium sign. 0-1 the count. A crucial moment in the top of the 8th with the bases loaded for the Spearfish Sasquatch. Can Ludvigsen get out of this jam? The pitch. Swing and foul back into the net. And suddenly we're at an 0-2 count. One strike away for Quentin Ludvigsen to get out of a bases loaded jam. Can he deliver with Aragon 90 feet away?
Light shining. I know it's a Monday, and I know it's a different sport. Feeling like Friday Night Lights.
There we go. Ludvigsen looks back to first. Now sets and deals. Swing and a grounder. Grabbed. And tosses over to Ludvigsen, the former first baseman, for the out. Cy Taylor makes the play, who replaced Quinn Ludvigsen at first. He ranged over from his spot at first base, grabbed the grounder, threw it to Ludvigsen for the out, and we still have a 2-run lead for the Oahe Zap.
What a play by Cy Taylor and Ludvigsen.
What?
Oh,
You're
like
not
that.
kidding, because Cy Taylor
I'm fine keeping it here, Brandon, because I'm too starstruck from that.
Cy Taylor had the guts to go over from his place at first base. It was not an easy play because it easily could have gone through the right field gap. The grounder from Kwapnowski. He ran over, was able to field it, and then Quinn Ludvigsen had got a heads-up play. He decided to run all the way over and get the ball underhanded from Cy Taylor to retire Kwapnowski. Not an easy play, but as we take a sigh of relief, it preserves the 2-run lead for the Zap.
I think it's a little more than a sigh of relief there, Brandon.
Yeah.
Especially now it's bottom of the 8th. I forgot no ad break as I'm going to flip-flop it. I said now it's bottom of the 8th.
As Joseph Cook, the right-handed pitcher from Park University, comes back onto the mound for the Sasquatch.
Yeah, so Alexander's final line, 2/3, 1 hit, no earned runs, no runs, 2 walks, no strikeouts.
A bit shaky. He came out and was dealing, but then pitches down low and away, up high, walked 2 batters, and Ludvigsen was able to just barely get out of the jam.
That was a hard hit ball from Kwapnowski. That's
was
not a routine ball.
No. And
Definitely want to replay that.
And especially with Cy Taylor, who had not played first base so far this year in a game, to go over and grab that ball when it was hit hardly. My gosh. I'm all confused with
and now
this
it's
great
the
play.
pitcher up. Mini Otani, not really mini since he's 6'5". No, that was Farwell. How tall is our first baseman now pitcher? Let's see.
Quinn Ludvigsen, yes.
6'3".
About 2 inches shorter than Ty Farwell, but he's still quite tall. There's nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the 8th. We're glad you joined us. Zap lead by 2. Pitch drops down for ball. Ludvigsen facing Joseph Cook. Trying to extend the Zap lead by another run or 2 before we head to the top of the 9th. The pitch down the middle for a strike. Evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ludvigsen readies for the 1-1 offering from Cook. And the pitch down low. 2-1 now the count.
Quinn trying to get on to add more runs for the Zap.
Quinn looks at a ball just on the outside corner, down low. 3 balls and 1 strike. Nobody out, nobody on. Joseph Cook trying to preserve a 2-run deficit for the Sasquatch to try to come back as he walks Ludvigsen, a ball down low and inside. As he walks, the leadoff batter, Quinn Ludvigsen,
Wow, shocker that he walked. 3 walks on the day.
Yeah, he's been consistent. As Mason Melton, the third baseman, normally, but now shortstop today, is coming up to the plate. 1 man on, nobody out, 3-1. The Zap lead to Spearfish Sasquatch. The pitch from Cook. Drops down low and in the inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Ludvigsen takes a short lead at first. Cook throws back to first, not in time to Melendrez, though. As Ludvigsen slides back safely. 1-0 still the count.
That's what you got to be worried about. You don't want to get picked off. Already one of that in this game.
Cook delivers inside, nearly hit Mason Milton. 2-0 now the count.
Melton playing well today. Got hit already back in the 6th inning, but drove in 2 with the RBI double down the right field line back in the 3rd.
Cook gets the sign. Mason Melton working on a 2-0 count. Man at first. Cook delivers. Swing and a miss and a ball down low. First strike of the at-bat. So we go to a 2-1 count. Mason Melton chased the ball down low. He came up empty. Can he get Ludvigsen in scoring? And a fly ball that drops in front of Lopez. The throw to second, though, is in time to retire Quinn Ludvigsen.
And you can't even blame Quinn right there. You thought it would maybe have been caught by the second baseman or even first baseman in Lopez and Melendrez. It's basically just a fielder's choice right there. I mean, it is a fielder's choice, basically.
Yep, Blake Imhoff, the left fielder, now coming up. Righty-lefty matchup against Joseph Cook with a man on first and Mason Melton 1 away in the bottom of the 8th, excuse me. Cook sets and delivers down low. Aragon cleans off the ball and sends it back to the pitcher and Joseph Cook. 1-0 the count. Mason Melton deciding not to steal on that wild pitch as Joseph Cook sets and delivers the 1-0 grounder to Lopez. Diving catch. Throw to first is in time to retire Blake Imhoff. A great play there by Lopez as he slid down. His momentum was carrying him one way after he was stationary in his second base spot. But Blake Imhoff does advance Mason Melton, to second base. With Dominic DiCarlo, the active center fielder today, coming up to the plate to face Joseph Cook with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Cook readies, checks back at second, now delivers. Pitch down the middle on the inside for strike 1. Melton at second, in scoring position. 3-1, the Zap lead. As Cook gets the sign, the 0-1 count. Kicks and deals, swing and a high pop-up. Right infield side, ranging in is Lopez to make the catch. And the inning is over. We will go to the top of the 9th inning with the Sasquatch on their last gasp. The score 3-1, the Zap lead. You've been watching Oahe Zap Baseball.
Our number 1 goal is to educate you. Did you know that this is how the payment processing industry works? There's a cost from the card brands nobody can change. There's junk fees that sound like they fit. Having a custom fit solution is another reason people move to Chip. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment. If you are interested in just learning more about the payment processing industry, or if you're wondering if your rates are good, that's exactly why CHIP exists. We can set up a short meeting to have a discussion about your business. We can evaluate different options and present to you a few different ways. You can give us a ring, 605-569-3752. You can also go to our website, it's chip.cc. We would love to help you.
And we are back for the top of the ninth. Hard to believe. It's gone fast. Score still 3-1.
It's been 2 hours and 17 minutes. I'm fine with it. I don't care about long games or fast games. I'm just shocked.
It's been an exciting one, though, filled with great defensive plays by both outfields. But the Zap holding a 2-run lead with only 3 outs to get to secure their first win against the Sasquatch in the 2026 Independence League season on June 1st. Ben Melendrez in the batter's box. Ready for the first pitch offering from Quinn. He delivers. Swinging a high fly ball, but that's foul. First base side. 0-1 the count now.
And you don't have an easy 3 up. You got Melendrez, the first baseman. You got Towns in left field, and you got Iandoli.
Iandoli, a dangerous hitter in the designated hitter spot. Pitch up high, but caught the strike zone. 0-2 the count. Quinn Ludvigsen, I'm sure happy that he got the benefit of the doubt from the umpire there. Nobody on, nobody out. 1 strike away from getting out his first batter. Unfortunately, that ball misses outside. 1-2 the count now on Benjamin Melendrez.
Towns on deck. Melendrez 2 walks on the day. A fly out to left in Imhoff. Back
Quinn
in the 4th.
Gets his sign. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. And Melendrez is gone. The first out of the inning for Quinn Ludvigsen. With Carter Towns, the left fielder, coming up to the plate. A big confidence booster for the former first baseman. A lefty-lefty matchup upcoming against Towns. Nobody on, 1 out. Top of the 9th. The pitch, swing and a miss. As it gets away from the catcher, Augie Gothals. But it's an 0-1 count nonetheless. Ludvigsen working on the 0-1 count. 1 out, nobody on. He sets and delivers. The pitch down low and on the outside. Evens up the count at 1-1. As the crowd jubilantly cheering Zap over and over. The pitch. Didn't catch the inside corner. Instead, it's a 2-1 count.
Good framing attempt there from Gothals.
Indeed, just couldn't catch the inside corner. The umpire's been kind to the inside all day. Couldn't get it, though, as the ball fouled away from Towns. Evens up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Beautiful crowd on a Monday night.
On Capitol Street, that ball was hit too. Definitely not on the concourse.
Yeah. The pitch from Ludvigsen. Swing and a grounder, but foul. First base side. We'll redo the 2-2 count. The Zap crowd getting into it, trying to cheer on their Zap to a second win of this Independence League season in 2026. Can they deliver? Nobody on, 1 out. Ludvigsen delivers. Swing and a fly ball, but that's to DeCarlo in center field. He ranges in, makes the catch, and 2 away now. in the top of the 9th inning with Bo Iandoli, the designated hitter, coming up to the plate. Yet another lefty-lefty matchup as the Sasquatch on their last breath, trying to extend the inning and trying to tie up this ball game. But can Quinn Ludvigsen deliver a second victory of this 2026 season for the Zap in the baby blue uniforms? The pitch, down the middle for strike one. Crowd on their feet at Hyde Stadium. Ludvigsen readies the 0-1 count. The pitch is fouled back and out of play.
That's on the concourse. A young fan will go get that behind our Pepsi cart.
0-2 the count, one strike away from ending this ball game and giving the Zap their second win of the year. Ludvigsen delivers up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Iandoli 2 for 3 on the day. Started off his day with the double, reached third, and then a fly out to DeCarlo, and a ground out to Ludvigsen when he was at first.
Ludvigsen delivers, swing and a high pop-up.
Stay fair, please stay fair.
Fair territory, but bangs into the Sasquatch dugout as Farwell was ranging over from his third base spot to try to make the catch. He could not.
I think if he gets there in time, I think he makes that catch.
He could catch, yeah.
Lean over the railing a little bit.
As it stands, though, Bo Iandoli working on a 1-2 count. Ludvigsen 1 strike away from ending this ball game, giving the Zap a 3-1 lead. Can he do it? The pitch up high again. Evens up the count at 2 apiece. 2 outs, nobody on. Bo Iandoli stretches. Back into the batter's box now. Slings the bat. And ready is Ludvigsen, the 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss! He got him! Gothal's taps on Bo Iandoli just to be safe, and this game is over. 3-1, the Zap get their second win of the year over the Spearfish Sasquatch, 3-1. We'll be back after a quick ad break to break it all down. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball.
If you are interested in just learning more about the payment processing industry, or if you're wondering if your rates are good, that's exactly why CHIP exists. We can set up a short meeting to have a discussion about your business. We can evaluate different options and present to you a few different ways. You can give us a ring, 605-569-3752. You can also go to our website, it's chip.cc. We would love to help you.
And we are back with the Zap getting their second win of the 2026 ILB season with a 3-1 defensive stellar performance from their outfield, particularly infield delivered as well, and their 3 pitchers today, 4 pitchers, 3 pitchers not including Quinn Ludvigsen, the first baseman, but of course he pitched 1 1/3 innings. And he was a big reason why the Zap held on in this game to a 2-run win. And Nick, break it all down for us. What was so great? What plays were crucial in this game to help the Zap retain the lead and get this win over a very good Spearfish team?
Well, not really retain, I guess, for this first play, but obviously the 2 hits down the right field line, 1 from Melton, that was a 2 RBI double. And then, honestly, I think the play of the game, besides that where you score 2 runs, in my opinion, has got to be the Cy Taylor to Ludvigsen line out, or ground out, excuse me, when it's bases loaded and you get it out like that and you don't allow a run. I think that's key, especially from Ludvigsen coming in for third. Alexander did good. He didn't get any strikeouts. He walked 2, but he played well until that last out, and that's when Coach Jamie was like, hey, we're in a really good spot to win. We're going to bring in Quinn. You did good. Let's hope Quinn can get it done, basically.
Yeah, and he did. And
2 strikeouts, man.
You talk about that play on the grounder. Krupnowski hit it right on the button and was about to get through that right field side. But Cy Taylor, who just took over at first base, was able to make the play, grab it, and underhand it to Ludvigsen, who had ranged over from his position on the mound to retire the Sasquatch.
And one thing I think we learned from this game is this team is really beatable. Coach Jamie has said it before. This Sasquatch team is not the best that he's seen in recent years. This team is definitely beatable. I don't know what happened in games 1 and 2 of this series for this one to be how it goes from 11 to 18 loss to a 1-8 loss, and then we win 3-1.
Well, I mean, your defense picked up on the mistakes that they had made and was able to fix them, or at least mitigate the bone-crushing and the soul-crushing plays that had plagued. Because Jamie was talking about this beforehand. There were only 2, maybe 3 plays last night that really broke the back for the Zap. It was not a whole onslaught of plays. It was a few key mistakes by the Zap later on in the ball game, which allowed the Sasquatch to take advantage and get up to a 7-run lead. And tonight, they just didn't make those mistakes. And the Zap were solid on the pitching mound. They were great on defense. And then the timely hits by Mason Melton, by Quinn Ludvigsen, by the players who they needed to come through the most for. And they did. And that's why they won this ball game.
Yeah, I got nothing. I just saw a score of one of my teams, so I got nothing, basically.
Oh, I saw you just slumped right back into your chair dejectedly after you looked at your phone for a second. I was like, what the heck? Yes, that's the time of the year. But good thing is, Zap fans, you don't have to slump back in your chair like Nick.
I won't be slumping much long after that crazy win that the Zap had.
Yeah, it was a great game overall. Competitive, spirited. The Sasquatch, they stayed in it. They had good defensive performances, but at the end of the day, the Zap were able to put up more runs on the board than the Sasquatch, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. We thank you for tuning in to the Oahe Zap live YouTube broadcast.
Oh, also, on the live comments, and also after the game, if people could stay around, add comments that what you like to see in the broadcast, like a different angle. We're trying to figure out where we would want to maybe put a different angle, especially since the plays down the right field line today, you guys couldn't see them, and we can barely see them from where we are into the booth. That's all I got.
Well said, Nick. We'd love to hear any constructive comments, any comments about the camera angles, and anything you might have in the comments. We'd love for you to drop it down there. As always, I'm Brandon Whaley for Nicholas Bennett and our entire crew here in the Oahe Zap broadcast booth. We thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. A 3-1 Zap win over the Spearfish Sasquatch in the home finale. We will see you